Let me bring you into the enemy's kingdom and the strategy of the devil in a deeper way. The first thing the enemy attacks is your mind. The enemy knows that the battle is in the mind, and he knows if he can capture the territory of your mind, your thoughts, and the way you operate, he's got you in a stranglehold. The next move he makes will be to attack your soul. This includes your mind, will, and emotions. Once he's got a person's soul, he will paralyze that person and bring them down to nothing. He has done this for centuries. He did it with Adam and Eve and with their son Cain, who murdered his brother Abel. He did it with King Saul, who committed suicide, and with Judas Iscariot, who sold Jesus for 30 pieces of silver and later committed suicide. Romans chapter 12 verse 1-2 says, "And so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies and minds to God because of all He has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind He will find acceptable. This is truly the way we worship. This is truly the way to worship Him. Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect." Doing this will keep you in the perfect will of God and out of the hands of the enemy who wants to destroy your life. I believe that many Christians read the word but never act on it, and the danger of this is that we leave ourselves open, unguarded to the enemy's devices and entrapments and to the strongholds of the satanic world. If we want to be more than conquerors, reading the word is not enough. Acting on the word and applying it, mixing it with faith, will destroy the enemy's game plan for your life. The devil and his principalities, that is high-ranking evil spirits who run the first and second heavens, and the junior ground-level demons who operate on the earth today, have one mission: to capture your mind in a way that brings you to the point of no return. The enemy is clever. He studies each person, their character, their personality, their bad habits, their strong points, and weaknesses. Then he sets traps based on all the information he has gathered, whether that person is a believer in Christ Jesus or not. He knows how to wait for the right opportunity to open the spirit realm in your life. This is how he gets that entry point into your life. For example, those who initiate mass shootings and the beheadings in the Middle East, all have one thing in common. They hear voices in their heads. The enemy has stolen their characters, their personalities, their will, and emotions because he was able to break them down to nothing and strip them of their identity. When I was a general in the devil's kingdom myself, I was taught these tactics of how to strip a person down to nothing and steal their identity. The enemy knows how to set you up to take baby steps into the progression of your destruction. One of the most incredible psalms is Psalm 91. Look at what verse 3 and 13 say. "Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. You shall tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon you shall trample under feet." In these two scriptures, the fowler represents the devil. I want to pinpoint his entrapments, which are the lion, the adder, the young lion, and the dragon. These are the tools the enemy uses to set you up. The one that is most dangerous of all is the young lion. It is the setup that you don't see coming. This entrapment is smooth, under the radar, and it is the one opportunity described that you give the enemy to use against you. The young lion represents a small sin that you think you can control and put away whenever you want. For example, it could be watching porn movies or listening to dirty lyrics on a CD. It could be watching pornography on the internet. It could also be smoking a marijuana cigarette once a while. Another example could be going to places that you know you shouldn't go as a believer. Let me give you the strongest warning someone could ever give you in your life. When you play around with or entertain a young lion, what you don't end up killing and putting away from you now will end up killing you. Because when it is full grown, it becomes the lion or dragon that Psalm 91 verse 13 describes. That's how the enemy gets his way to build strongholds in your life.